My name is Anna Pro, and here is Anna 2.0.
你好，我会教如何进行专业行销来推动销售。
Did you understand anything? Yeah, because I didn't, because I don't speak Mandarin. Anna 2.0 Anna 2.0 is my AI avatar, is my AI clone. She looks like me. She can speak like me, and she can even think like me. Isn't it astonishing or scary? Should we be afraid of artificial intelligence? Is it bad or dangerous? Or should we embrace it? There's a lot of hate about AI on the internet. On the other hand, there's a lot of examples where AI help and facilitates problem solving. So how do we change the AI anxiety to AI confidence? How do we move from this point to that point? I want to elaborate on this topic, and I want to present you reasons why we are afraid of AI, and I want to encourage you to take on this journey with me and start to think in a new way about artificial intelligence. The first reason because we are afraid of AI is because a lot of people think that we will lose control and AI will take over the world. Do you remember some science fiction movies that told us a story that there will be some inventions, some robots that will take over the world and extinguish humanity? In fact, there's a lot of people who believe in that. 47% of Americans are concerned that AI will attack humanity. I think that these statistics are similar worldwide. 12% believe, 12% in another study, 12% of research believed that AI would even result in human extinction. This was done by Oxford. So why is that? Why are we so afraid of AI? There are a couple of reasons for that. I think that you can think about some. But I want to exaggerate on one point, that when we take a look on AI, we don't understand that. When we take a look, for example, on a robot like that, Sophia the robot, we think, ugh, that's creepy. We don't like it. It gets even more creepier. Why is that? There are a lot of research, once again, about that, because we have this effect that is called uncanny valley. So we like, for example, cute robots. We are only afraid of industrial robots, humanoid robots, but if some of them look too much like people, we started thinking, oh, something's off. We can see, for example, Bunraku puppet is a Japanese puppet, and we think, okay, it's not a human, but I can get over it. But if something looks like a person, but it's moving really weird, or it looks really weird, like for example, zombie, or like a robot, or some other artificial entity, we think, oh my gosh, it's so creepy.
Do you think I am creepy?
Anna, once again. Yes, I think that sometimes you are creepy. So yeah, you make this really weird movements. You don't have so much emotions. She glitched a little bit. So yeah, I think that sometimes you are creepy.
But people love to chat with me, sometimes even more than with humans. So even if I am creepy, get over it.
Okay, I get the point. We have to get over it. So I think that we have to think about that this is our new reality. Sometimes it will be weird, strange. Sometimes we'll be afraid of it, but we have to acknowledge that, we have to embrace it, and we have to get used to it. So, for example, if you think about your AI avatar like that, if you think about cloning yourself and make your AI version, let's start thinking how we can use that. How can we use AI avatars? We can chat about it.
Let me answer this question.
Oh, once again, I have another guest. So, okay, so what will be the answer for this question? This is Simon, our AI colleague, also our AI avatar. So, what do you think? How can we use those AI avatars and AI clones like you?
You can use AI agents in sales and customer service to multiply your sales team.
Okay, I think it's a great idea. So maybe tell me more.
Okay. AI clones can be used in HR to respond to frequently asked questions. Moreover, you can use it in manufacturing to optimize supply chain management.
Makes sense.
Thirdly, in e-commerce to provide personalized recommendations.
Okay, so there are a lot of examples. How can we use those AI clones, AI avatars? And for me, that sounds good.
You can also use AI avatars in marketing and personal branding because I can speak 40 languages.
Oh, Anna, yeah, you can speak in 40 languages. So maybe you can show us, for example, how can you speak Spanish?
Puedes usar avatares de IA en marketing porque podemos hablar 40 idiomas.
Oh, no, I get it. I don't know if you speak Spanish, pero yo hablo español solo un poquito, and I think it was it was really good. It was astonishing even. So, what other languages do you know?
बेशक मैं आपसे हिंदी में बात करने के लिए बहुत खुश हूँ.
So at that point, I didn't understand a single word. But thank you, Anna 2.0. Thank you very much to interact, to chat with me. When we think about those AI avatars, we have to think that it will have impact on our lives, and maybe we can think about creating our own AI avatars. There are only 5 simple steps how we can do that. First of all, if you want to make your own AI avatar, you have to create your own knowledge base. You have to make, for example, checklists, procedures, and make your second brain. Fill it with ideas worth sharing. Secondly, use generative AI tools to clone your voice and appearance. And then connect your second brain with your avatar, to your avatar. Then you can have the person, the entity, like this one. Then you have to test your avatar thoroughly. After that, done, your AI avatar is ready to meet the world. So, as I mentioned before, there are a lot of examples that we can use these avatars, use artificial intelligence not only to, for example, share our knowledge, but we can also do a lot of more things, and I will tell you about it in a minute. But let's sum up this first point. This first point was about hate on creepy robots. We hate creepy robots, but we love helpful AI avatar. So this was the first example of love-hate relationship with AI. Let's move on to the second point. Why are we afraid of AI? Because using AI is not ethical, especially in healthcare. So, okay, let's talk about it. Imagine that you are visiting a doctor and you enter the clinic, cross the threshold, and you can see an AI-powered robot introduces himself as your doctor. For example, that this robot looks like that. What do you think about him? How do you feel? Will you feel afraid? Or maybe, okay, I can go with that. But the second scenario, you enter the clinic, open the door, and meet this doctor, a regular doctor, the guy in the white coat that I have become accustomed to use since we were kids. So the question arises, would you rather be diagnosed by an AI doctor, maybe a robot, or by human doctor? And which option is better? I will answer the question in a minute, but first of all, let me tell you a story. My colleague was diagnosed with cancer, and it's not a funny story, but these things happened. So we have to think about changes in medicine. Now she's waiting for treatment. It will be long weeks when she will be treated, and now there's a lot of diagnosis, a lot of emotions, negative emotions and fear in her life and in our lives also. So we think how it is possible that she wasn't diagnosed earlier. Because if she is ill, maybe I will be, or my mother, or my father, or my husband. This make me thinking, how can we use AI in medicine? I will try to find this information. So there are solutions that can help us make diagnosis faster. Because sometimes AI doctors, maybe not only doctors, but AI systems can help us diagnose a lot of treatments by scanning a lot of data in a minute. People cannot do this. But we cannot also implement that solution in every hospital. But what if that was available in every hospital? Maybe my colleague will be now without treatment and she will be safe and sound. So now let's move on to the research. Let's consider how it would look like if we implement AI to medicine. Imagine that. A group of doctors are given several cases to diagnose. A couple of them had access to ChatGPT, to GPT-4, and can use ChatGPT to make diagnosis. And the second one did not. Didn't want to, did not. And how do you think, what are the results? First of all, when the first group with GPT-4 had a 73 accuracy rate. So without ChatGPT, they was quite okay. Without ChatGPT, they managed that. They can make a diagnosis really well. But if they use ChatGPT and GPT-4, we have 77 accuracy rate. But let me tell you the truth, it's not a big deal, yeah? However, when diagnosis was prepared by GPT-4 only, on its own, it has 92 accuracy rate. Yeah. Oh. So the point is that the doctors were so confident of their own abilities that they didn't appreciate the potential benefits of using AI. So if we're thinking, okay, should we implement AI in our hospitals to get the access to the doctors? I think, yeah, maybe we should put our biases aside and give AI a chance. But on the other hand, let me show you a hate on AI. AI is not free of biases, because there are a lot of examples that shows that AI, for example, make a lot of biases in people of colors or women and men. Research has shown that diagnostic algorithms are often less effective for women, like me, because the data was primarily trained on men. So I could have a problem with diagnosis also. There are different situations, there are different symptoms, so we have to be aware of that AI is not free of biases. But if we will be aware of that, we can do something about that. We can really make a change. So I wouldn't be afraid of AI. I think that it's great to think about a possibility. And when we talk about the second fear and about the second example of love-hate, we really hate the biases in AI systems. But we can change that thinking. And we can think about AI systems that could predict the diseases and take over our health and health of our loved ones. And I really wish for that. So let's move on to the third topic. Why we are afraid of AI? Because artificial intelligence will take over the jobs. We are thinking, oh no, I will lose my job. I will not have to work anymore, but I want to earn money. I want to be useful on the job market. I want to do something, but AI can take my job. And this fear of AI-driven job losses is widespread and supported by various studies. For example, the World Economic Forum's in the report Future of Job Report 2023 predicts that 23% of global job losses 23% of all jobs globally will change in next 5 years. So that we don't have so much time, and there will be the net decrease of 14 million jobs. The report varies, but 14 million jobs. So there is a possibility that AI take mine or your job. But there are a lot of research that shows it shouldn't be the case, because if some people will lose their jobs, they can, for example, upskill or reskill. They can learn new skills, and thanks to AI, for example, earn more money and improve their life, because they will be useful in other sector or even in the same sector but on different position. For example, take a look on IT. Does anyone here work in IT? Please raise your hand. Oh, we have a couple of people. And if we think about IT, there is a widespread fear that AI will take over the job of programmers. But when I talk with those people, they think, no, they told me no. AI can switch something in a job market. They can change something, but there will be still the need to use programmers to just do that stuff, do this technical stuff, and to program AI tools. Another example. Do you know someone who works as switchboard operator? Because I don't know any person who is working as a switchboard operator, because this profession already doesn't exist. And it wasn't so long time ago, it was in 19th and 20th century. And we can see that AI will change the job market, but there are some positions that are safe. For example, STEM, but there are a lot of positions that will change, and we have to prepare for that. So let's make a point that the job market is changing, but we all can have those positive changes in our lives, but observe the AI market and by learn about these AI tools. So if anyone does here work in AI, as I can hear you are working in AI, you don't have to be afraid of losing your job. Let's think about cooperation. And I think it should be this thinking should be implemented in every sector. We have to think about cooperation with AI in our daily basis and in our daily work. Because in this situation, we can make greater results. We can, for example, achieve more, we can do our work faster, we can be more productive, and we could be more happy because we have to have less work. So this first example of love-hate was about hate that AI may take over the jobs, but AI can create new jobs also. It can make our work easier and improve our quality of life. So let's move on to the summary of my presentation. We talk about love-hate relationship connected according to AI. And in the past, when it came to relationship, we were mostly focused on our relationship with other humans, our colleagues from work, friends, family. But now it's not just about humans anymore. It's about our relationship with the non-living universe, about technological world. And I'm pretty sure that it is love-hate relationship. It is what it is. But what is the next step? I encourage you. After this presentation, when you go home or to go to your office, to have a conversation with other people about AI. Let's talk about it and ask our kids what they think about it. Where do your partner stands on? What thinks your colleagues from work? And how about elder people? What they are thinking? Is this relation with AI is love or hate? Is they fear hate, fear, anxiety, of it's about love, excitement, delight, and possibility? Or perhaps somewhere in between. And whatever it might be, embrace it. Embrace this relationship as an opportunity for growth, innovation, and learning. Approach it with curiosity and with an open mind. This conversation about AI starts with you. So let's make this conversation a positive one. Are you ready? Thank you.